An investigation underway in Curry County after dozens of people in Gold Beach complained a helicopter dropped herbicides on them.
Some of them say those pesticides are making them sick. In a News 10 Special Report, Whitney Clark explains why the community says they are not getting the help they need from state environmental agencies.
We went out to the Gold Beach area and talked to some of the people that live there. What we do know is that pesticides were dropped in the area. The question the community has now is what were they and why? Driving through Cedar Valley, you can tell it's small. There's one main road and everyone knows everyone. But there's something no one here knows, hidden in the trees.
Over 3 months now, and they still won't tell us what was dropped on us. And as far as I'm concerned, that is a criminal act.
It happened the morning of October 16th. John Burns was outside doing yard work when he heard a helicopter.
It was about 100 feet above the conifers right there, so 200 feet at the most.
So that's not too high?
That's not too high. It's pretty low.
Burns wasn't the only one who saw it.
He went from about northwest to southeast.
And it got really close and it was really low and my windows were shaking.
He made several trips.
I didn't really think that much about it because we have helicopters out here all the time looking for marijuana.
But this particular helicopter wasn't looking for marijuana. It was dropping herbicides in the area. Neighbors could smell the chemicals that fell directly on some.
It's this oily, nasty, burning smell.
Burns says that night they knew something was wrong.
I started with a runny nose and started feeling like sinuses clogging up, you know, and my eyes started burning and started getting a rasp throat.
As Burns started talking to others in the community, they all had similar symptoms.
A lot of phlegm in the throat, burning nose, coughing, headache. We were so tired.
It wasn't just people, but also animals. Catherine Rickard's dog, Mr. Leo, stopped eating.
He can't absorb his proteins and nutrients, and it just leaks out into his abdominal cavity. He lost 25 pounds. He was hospitalized for 2 days. They sent him home and said, you can do as much as we can.
The Rickard family racking up thousands in medical bills to help Mr. Leo. He needs a surgery that could save his life, but it's too risky and expensive.
He's pretty much under a death sentence.
The problem for the Rickards, the Burnses, and others in Cedar Valley, because they're worried about pesticides, doctors can't diagnose them with anything because they don't know exactly what type of pesticides were dropped on them. So the community was told to report it to the Curry County Health Department. Beth Barker Hidalgo says the county wants to help but can't handle an investigation this complex.
We are a very small agency. We're understaffed, we're underfunded. Being extremely rural, we don't have the resources at our fingertips like some other larger counties would.
The Burnses turned to the Oregon State Department of Agriculture. Investigators came out and took samples from 4 different homes. That was 3 months ago. Burns' wife Barbara says they still feel sick, left looking for answers.
Nobody has the right to come over the top of me and my property and drop poison on me and not get results of what it was.
I'm very angry. I'm very angry.
To me, it was, a cover your butt situation where something's gone on and we're not getting the full story.
Coming up tomorrow on News 10 at 6, we spoke to state investigators why they say an investigation like this takes so long and when the people of Cedar Valley can expect some answers. Covering your news, Whitney Clark, News 10.